But the beauty is you've got a feedback mechanism. It's your IT band, right? Don't panic when you feel some IT band symptoms. It's long run time and I've got IT band symptoms. What do I do for my long run? Don't panic. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to treat low-lying IT band symptoms during a training week. Let's go. So this is going to be where most runners make the mistake. They've done some training this week, IT band symptoms start appearing, and now it's long run time on the weekend. What do? This is an important stage of the decision making in rebuilding your IT band syndrome or any really injury that you have. So for this week, I did a few more workouts than usual. My usual training week consists of an easy run, which is done at my easy pace, which we'll talk about in a minute. Consists of another easy run, including some strides, 4 times 40 seconds at a significantly faster pace, just to get those mechanics and your body used to running at that faster pace. It's not about increasing fitness, it's just about getting the joints and ligaments used to that pace. And I usually have perhaps another easy run. And then on the weekend, the Saturday morning, which this is, I have my long run. However, this week, I did something new. I added in what I would call a controlled session. So on my easy run, still keeping everything else easy, I did 5 times 3 minutes at a controlled pace. So for me, that was about 40 to 45 seconds per kilometer faster than my easy pace. Right now, my easy pace is about 5:55, or maybe 6 minutes a K, depending on how that week's going. So for this controlled effort, I did 5 times 3 minutes at around about averaging 5 minutes 15 per kilometer. It felt fabulous. I felt amazing, no IT band symptoms whatsoever, golden. So what that means for the week, I now added in another stimulus, the easy plus strides, and now this easy plus controlled effort within that run. After that, the next day I went and did some strength training for the legs in the gym, and my IT band was starting to talk to me. And if you've suffered from IT band syndrome, you know that is a terrible feeling. You start feeling it a little bit, it comes in and out, aches a little bit here and there, and you think, oh no, what have I done? I've overcooked it. My IT band's destroyed. I'm back to the beginning again, starting from zero. So when the IT band starts talking to you and you feel those low-lying symptoms, generally people go one of 2 ways, and both of which is wrong. 1, they overreact, or 2, they underreact. So for the underreacting, what people tend to do, they say, oh, it's a bit of an IT band reaction, it's okay, it'll go away, and then just keep going on with their week as they had been in prior weeks. Now that's a fundamental error here in your training. Your IT band is providing feedback to you. It's saying, hey, that was hard. That was at or even above my current capacity threshold, right? What your tissue, your IT band in this case, can tolerate. So going on now and continuing and doing your long run, or even doing a PB in terms of distance for the long run, would be the wrong move on the Saturday, which this is now. However, the other side is we don't want to overreact. Now, overreacting would be at the first sign of IT band underlying symptoms popping up, you just pull back entirely on your running, right? You say, nope, I'm not going for my long run this weekend because I felt some IT band. I can't go for my long run. I need to heal to get better. Now that was something that I did a lot of when I got to my worst part of this IT band, where I couldn't run 2Ks on the treadmill, because I would go do a little treadmill run. I'd feel some underlying IT band symptoms that day or the day after, and I'd say, oh, I can't do that. I've got to pull back on what I did on the treadmill, which pulled me down all the way to 2Ks at 7 or 8 minutes per kilometer, and that was it. But I kept on feeling underlying symptoms. So what's going to happen if you do that is you're going to grind yourself to complete halt. And why you don't want to do that is you're balancing between your tissue, which is your IT band in this case, this tissue's capacity and the load that it can sustain and bear in terms of training volume and intensity. By overreacting and completely pulling back on your running, what you're doing in effect is reducing that tissue's capacity. So even though it might feel better after a week or two of you pulling back completely, when you restart your running and try to do that same run again, your tissue's capacity has been reduced, and therefore that same load is going to result in symptoms appearing again of the IT band. And that puts you in that injury cycle, right? Do something, it hurts, you pull back, wait a bit, feels a bit better, you start again, and you get that same pattern and repeats again and again. Not a good position to be in. So then where is the happy medium here? So really it's reacting appropriately. So for me, in my context of this week, last week my long run was 17 kilometers at an easy pace. It was around about 5:55 per K or so. PB in terms of longest run since rebuilding this IT band syndrome issue. Really proud of it. But this week, what I'm going to do is pull this back. I'm not going to do 17 Ks. I want to do less. I want to do about 10 to 12 Ks today. And I want to do it at a really easy pace. So pull back that pace a little bit. Instead of 5:50, 5:55, I'm going to do it at about 6:05, maybe even 6:10 per kilometer. So I'm not completely pulling away that long run, but what I'm doing is reducing its intensity, reducing pace, and reducing overall distance. Because what I don't want to do is take away that long run completely, reduce my IT band's capacity, because next week if I want to go and do a 17K run, I don't want my IT band to say, whoa, this is a big shock, I've hardly done any kilometers in a week or two. And you might say, oh well, how do you know? Well, what number do you choose? What pace do you choose? Well, there is no right answer for that. But the beauty is you've got a feedback mechanism. It's your IT band, right? Don't panic when you feel some IT band symptoms. It's your IT band giving feedback on how it is tolerating the load that you are applying to it. Now remember, load is comprised of 3 factors: distance, intensity, and terrain as well. Right now, I'm running on a nice flat, compact trail here. This is what the majority of the run is. Some of it is road. And it's flat. I intentionally drove to a spot where I could run on a flat route. Because with IT band syndrome, hills, particularly the downhills, are really impactful on the IT band. They put more load through that. So a 10 to 12K run with 400 meters of elevation gain is significantly different than 10 to 12 Ks on a flat run like I'm doing today. So your adjustment on that load doesn't have to be distance. It could be 1, 2, or even 3 things, right? Which is exactly what I've done today. Distance, pace reduced slightly, not too much, and terrain, I'm doing some flat running here. And then of course, you just monitor your symptoms. With the IT band syndrome, usually the symptoms are delayed. 24 to 48 hours after your run is when you really know how the IT band reacted to that run. So when you wake up the next morning, assess how that IT band's feeling. Do you feel anything when going down the stairs the next morning? Do you feel some underlying aching of your IT band? Just see how it feels and you adjust appropriately, right? Quick tidbit on this, and I'll touch on this in another video, is that an underlying symptoms of the IT band is not a problem. You haven't broken your IT band. It's okay. It's just a symptom response. It's a load response from your IT band. Oh, I thought that was a snake. And it's good. At a lot of points, you do want some level of symptoms because that's telling you, yeah, you're at about the ceiling of the IT band's capacity. Now you know you're pushing in the right direction, right? It's just about tweaking that load that you're applying so it's not too much, but enough that you're increasing the IT band's capacity to handle load. So if we're going to summarize this video in really just 1 or 2 sentences, it's about applying a stimulus, which is the load. In this case, for me, it was that controlled effort. Your IT band reacts, and it does have a reaction sometimes, like it has this week. And now you consolidate. Don't overdo it, right? You're consolidating that new stimulus you introduced that week. So next week and the following week, you can do it again, and your IT band will react less. So thanks for watching here, folks. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to The Long Run. Remember, guys, run smart and stay in the game. Let's go.